Garden gifts for Christmas in July. This video is sponsored by Apron Diva. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. Welcome to another episode of Christmas in July. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take some of your abundance of garden harvest, particularly your herbs, and share them as personalized Christmas gifts. Let's get it started. I've got an abundance of herbs this year. My herb garden is doing beautifully. I've got some lemon balm. Here I've got some basil that is still drying, some lemon thyme. So whereas I'm still working on these and I will get them dried and jarred up, I do have some peppermint, some sage, and some oregano that I've already dried and placed in jars. And they'll make the perfect gift for the cooks in my family. So this particular jar here was a McCormick's jar. I had a spice in it that I had used up, and then my husband scraped the label off for me, and I just put a little piece of tape across the top with what I have in it and the year I put it in there, so that I know what's in here. And this one is oregano, so I can get this jar ready for sharing. But I also have two pretty little mason jars that would be perfect for gift giving. So let's get these packed up to share with friends. I'm going to start with this pineapple sage, and I'm going to fill this jar. And I'm going to write myself a little note about what this is. Even though the pineapple sage is pretty easy to identify, some of the other ones you might forget what it is once you get it out of the jar. This peppermint smells amazing, and I love to use it when I'm cooking pork and some other dishes. So again, I'm just going to write peppermint on this label and just stick it on here. Just as a good practice, I always do this just to keep myself on track. Now I'm going to make a decorative label to attach to the jar. So I'm just going to cut a few labels, and I'm going to cut some extra ones. Just in case I mess them up. So there are my two labels. So now I've got holes punched in the tags, and I'll feed some thread through it. So we'll feed some thread through. Now we can take the tape off and then tie this tag onto the jar. And see, the lid comes off easily. So it's just tight below there. Keep it nice and tight because that helps to keep the fragrance in. So here's the front and here's the back. Now there's the mint jar nicely done up. Now let's do the sage. Now that our 2 jars are ready for packaging, let me show you a couple of different options. And I'm just using stuff that I've got around the house. I'm using recycled stuff. So one of the things you can do is use a small gift bag. So you could put your jar of mint down in the bag. And then tuck it in there safely so it's not moving all around. And this little bag is one I picked up at Dollar Tree last year just to have them on hand that I needed them for a gift card or a small item like this. And then you could either, one, use the gift tag that comes with the bag. You can add your own tag such as that, and it's a little bit larger, and then on the back it says to who the gift is for. So here's package number 1. Now sometimes I like to really personalize the package, so I will put things in a box so that I can really decorate the box so that people know this box is from Aunt Denise. The other option is to use a gift box, and this will fit nicely into a box about this size. And I'm going with this little confetti because that's what I've got. It's left over from something else. And I'll just sit this down inside. And tissue paper works just as well, but right now confetti is what I've got, so that's what's going in here. And I used some of my signature wrapping paper to cover the box. So here's the box right now as it appears. And then I've already written the name of the person that the gift goes to on the tag. And this is from my sister who loves to use sage when she's cooking. And I'll put the tag on the top where I want it to go. Like that. And then I like to use some elements from nature, things that I've got right in my backyard. Now this was actually from some of my Christmas decor. I just kind of cut a piece off of that because by the time Christmas comes around, any little pine boughs that I will clip will be dry and dropping off. So I'll just use one of these. If you have a glue gun, you can use that. But since I can't locate mine right now, I'll just use a little of this glue. And now I've got a pretty and personalized decorative package for my jar of sage. So the prize for this week's Christmas in July gift is randomly selected, and this is what the lucky winner will be getting. It is a cheese board with a nice little knife from Pier 1. So how do you win? Well, the winner is chosen from the previous episode of Christmas in July. So that would be the July 10th episode of Christmas in July. We will choose that winner randomly from one of the comments. I'll post last week's winner in the description box as well as on my community tab. And don't forget to visit our sponsor, Apron Diva. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. To see more episodes of Christmas in July, click here. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying, you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out another of my Christmas in July episodes. And I will see you next time.